Hey, you guys. I hope everyone's doing good. It's me, Jess, J Angel Raw Honey. So, I want to make a really quick video. Um, I'm gonna also post this video on my other channel. I have another channel called Veggie Jess 1226. And I have people that are subscribed to me over there for specific reasons. So, I'm I'm not able to get into that account. I can't. It's not that I can't get into it, but the whole Google thing is acting up. So I was just like, let me just post the video on my main channel. So if you're seeing the video and you're subscribed to my other channel where I have the other video about candy, you can just watch it over here because it's my main channel anyway. And I think I'd probably rather just post here since it's my main channel anyway, because my intentions wasn't really to start a whole nother channel. I mean, I don't mind, but I mean, I'll try to see if I could just post both videos on, I'll post a video on both channels. But anyways, so, I had did a video a couple days ago about Candy Grandpre and just basically how she's a liar and a scammer and very irresponsible. So I made that video and I posted on my other channel. I got a lot of really cool feedback on that video, a lot of comments. So I guess she saw the video. I guess I really wasn't really worried if she saw the video or not. But I guess somebody must have sent her the video and she saw it. So she made a video today, and of course she mentioned me for a while in the video. And I'm not mad that she, mentioned me and she's talked about me in the video. I mean, you have a right to do that. I mean, we people that really aren't that crazy about you make videos about you. So you was mad at something that you did or you thought I did. So you made a video and that's fine and dandy. But I did feel the need to correct you. So that's the reason why I want to make this video. So for one, you said in the video that I had left comments on Q Realms. What is that how you say her name? Q Realm or whatever's video, which is true. And I really don't like her either. I don't know. I think she might be worse. I don't know. But anyways, so you said I made comments on her video, and of course you figured out that it's me on both accounts, and that's fine. But anyway, you said that how I left comments like basically defending you, like I defend you and bash you at the same time. So and basically I felt like you were trying to insinuate that maybe I was being two-faced or whatever, which I'm not. And let me explain it to you. For one, I'm at the end of the day, I'm a fair person, right? So, Miss Candy, even though I'm not a fan of you at all, my feelings have not changed about you. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be fair. Like when I'm making an assessment, like just because I don't like a person doesn't mean that I'm going to just like if I see unfair being done to them or somebody talking shit, that I'm just gonna go along with it. Like, yeah, I don't like you anyway, so I'm just gonna like go along with it. I don't do that. So when that nutball Sally Q Rum made the video and she said basically her whole video was about you saying that you were gang stalking her and with her supposed evidence, I knew it was bullshit without a doubt. I know that you don't know her, and I know everything she was saying was ridiculous. Her reasoning was ridiculous. So that's why I had made the comment on her page. It wasn't because, oh, I'm trying to defend you and all of that, or that. I mean, I guess you could look at it as I was kind of defending in a sense, I guess, but it doesn't change how I feel about you. I just knew that she was full of shit when she made the video. And when I said that I felt like she was kind of clout chasing you off of your name, I do believe that, and that's why I said that. But don't get all gassed because it doesn't mean that you're up here. None of us are really. I was just saying that she's not really known. She doesn't really do videos like that. She doesn't really do a bunch of videos. Like her videos are very spaced out. And she doesn't really have a big following or get a lot of views. So if you look at her videos, the highest viewed video was the one that had your name in it. So that's the only reason I said that. But it wasn't for you to get gassed and think that I was trying to put you up on a pedestal. But I was just basically, you see, I'm basically up for the truth. I was just speaking truth. It wasn't about trying to defend you and bash you at the same time. It had nothing to do with that. So I just want to let you know that, correct you on that. But here's what I find very funny, Candy. You said that that's why I sometimes be wondering, like, if you just putting on. Because you're obviously a smart person because you said you got a bachelor's degree, which I believe that. And, you know, from what I was told, you graduate from high school with honors and all that. So you're obviously not a stupid person. But I'm really starting to think that you put on. Because when it comes to the whole Q realm thing, you said that you basically were mad at her for accusing you of something that you weren't doing, for accusing you of gang stalking her, which you said you weren't doing. And I believe that. But her reasoning and her evidence was ridiculous. So you already noticed that. But what I find funny is that you're getting mad at her for something that you do. You do the same thing. You see how she was accusing you of being a gang stalker, and her reasoning was very ridiculous. It was very illogical. You were mad at her about that, but you do the same thing. How is that any different when, so, you know, she was saying all kind of crazy stuff about how she had a green drink, that you got a green drink the same day she got a green drink, and what other foolishness did she say? That it was just a whole bunch of, you know, nonsense. And about how you got a haircut the day her best friend passed. It was just ridiculous. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that you're getting mad at her for doing the same thing that you do. You accuse people of stalking you all the time. Innocent people on the street, strangers that you don't know from a hole in the wall, right? And your reasoning is ridiculous based on what color car they drive in. You act like people don't have a right to just sit in their car and just play a game on their phone or do whatever they want to do. Like they can't park outside your hotel room, even though there are parking spaces in front. Like, you know, if it's a white car, they're this. If it's a black car, if they're wearing red. You accuse people of doing stuff to you, and your reasoning is ridiculous, just like Q Realm. And that's the reason why you guys don't like each other, because you guys are very similar. So I just find it very funny that you had enough sense to realize that what she was saying was ridiculous, but you do the same thing on your channel, right? Even when and like I said, she did too much. I mean, she was looking up people that were donating to you, but even that, she took the time out of her day to look up everybody that donated to you on your GoFundMe, which I thought was too much. That was like, why would you even go that far? But you said, when she said, oh, everybody that donate, a lot of people that donate to you are Middle Eastern, and I don't like Middle Eastern people because of a bad dream I had. You said in your video, you made a video talking about that, and you said that you felt like that was crazy. You were like, oh, Middle Eastern people haven't done anything to you. How can you not like them just because of a dream you had, right? So again, you had enough sense to realize that her reasoning for not liking Middle Eastern people was ridiculous, right? But again, you do the same thing, right? You talk about people on your channel and you dislike people for the silliest things, just the way that she does. So I just find that you to be very hypocritical with that. But Candy, I don't know. Like I say, at first, I wanted to feel sorry for you, but then when I realized that you bring a lot of the problems on it yourself, it's very hard to feel sorry for you. And honestly, I don't think you're genuine, because I feel like you just looked up the whole thing about targeting, and all of a sudden you're trying to label yourself as that. I don't think that you that you're targeted at all. I think that you researched it, you found out about it, and then all of a sudden you're trying to make yourself, you're trying to make it seem like this is what you are, right? And you're talking about her accusing people for ridiculous shit. Did you forget about the video? I still can't believe you did it. You went and harassed an innocent old lady in her car playing Pokemon, which she has a right to do. You actually went up to her and started accusing her of being a gang stalker, which was crazy. You had no right to do that. And just for the record, I'm going to be a little all over the place with this video, and I don't want this video to be too long. But you accused your sister of, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because you accused your sister of wishing death on you, right? And I think it's crazy that, just the things that you said about her and how you treated her. I mean, I don't know your sister that well. I know we've only communicated through the comments, but I'm a really good reader of energy, and I feel like she has a good heart, and I do believe that she really does care about you, but I think that she's tired of your antics and your bullshit, obviously. But you falsely accused her of wishing you death and telling you to go purchase your burial grounds. You claim you got a bachelor's degree, that you're so smart, you've graduated with honors. And for you to say that was crazy. You know damn well that's not what your sister meant. She did not mean that. And you making videos lying on her. That's not what she meant. And you know damn well that's not what she meant. She was basically saying that you are taking a chance with your life, going up to random people that you don't know in their car, accusing them of being a gang stalker. That is what she meant. Because you're lucky that you went up to a senior citizen and did that. And she actually entertained you. You have some people who would not have taken that lightly, because unfortunately, homeless people do have a bad reputation. Some of them have, and there's a stigma that goes along with it. So you have some people out there who might have been intimidated because you're just coming up to their car. They don't know what's going on with you. They might have felt the need to defend themselves and do God knows what. And you know exactly what we're talking about. So I don't know why you would sit down there and you've burned so many bridges, but for you to sit down there and lie on your own sister, you keep talking all this shit about her, but that's not what she meant. I saw the video when she talked about that. She was genuinely concerned, regardless of like the beef that y'all got. I could see she was genuinely concerned. She said it, and you could tell. You could just look in her face and know that she was genuinely concerned, because you basically playing with fire right about now. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, you know how to put on. I feel like a part of this is an act, because I have seen you out on the street yelling and screaming at people, calling them gang stalkers, going up to people in restaurants, doing all this extra stuff like what you did to the guy Bodacious. But for some reason, if you're in a large crowd, like, you'll say shit to people if not too many people are around. But then if it's a bigger, like, if you're in an environment where it's more people, then you act differently. Because when you have posted the video when you were at the farmer's market in Pensacola, I found it funny that you knew how to behave. You weren't being socially awkward. You were out there. You were actually being social, talking to people, saying hello, having conversations with the vendors. You weren't calling anyone a gang stalker. So that let me know, okay, so she knows how to behave in certain, in certain settings. You did not once yell out, so I don't know if you were on your meds or, well, you claim you don't take meds. I don't know. But basically, you know when to turn bullshit on and off. That's what I'm starting to notice about you. So, but like I said, you've burnt. I'm going to wrap this up because I really don't want this video to be too long. But I'm just as an outsider looking in, I'm getting really tired of you blaming everybody for your problems and acting like you just have this entitled attitude. You act like the world owes you something, like all of your viewers are supposed to support you, come together, bring money. You've been getting help from people forever. Ever since you had your channel, your 3 channels, you've been getting help. You've been getting donations. You're not responsible with your money. I mean, that's number one. You got your stimulus check and you must have ran through that in like a couple of days. You get your Social Security check. You run through that very quickly. You're not smart with your money at all. The first thing you're doing, which I'm still trying to figure out why you're doing it, is why in God's name do you have a storage unit? Why? You keep complaining how you don't have any money, how you're broke, you can't afford to buy food, you can't afford a room for the night, but you are consistently paying for a storage unit to store what? To store junk? Like, that don't make no sense. You need to get rid of your storage unit, because I guarantee that everything that you don't have anything of value in that storage unit. There's no way. What you're paying $100 a month, $1,200 a year to store garbage. So that's the first thing. You need to get rid of your storage unit. That's money that you could be using for food or for a room to rent. The next thing is you got the stimulus check and you decide to stay in the most expensive hotel room. And you were out of that and you decide to take yourself on a shopping spree, doing all this extra stuff when you should have been focusing on just the room and food, and that's it. You blew your opportunity. You were getting a hotel room that you only had to spend about $40 a month. You weren't behaving yourself, to put it mildly, at those people business. And like I said, private businesses they can refuse business anytime they want. They don't have to let you continue coming there to patronize them. They don't. And that was a perfect opportunity for you. It was only $40 a week. Your weekly fee was probably less than $200. So between the Social Security check and whatever donations you get, you would have been able to afford staying in that extended stay every day, and you would have been able to afford food. And you claim that you're not getting food stamps, which don't even make any sense. Because if you're collecting Social Security and you don't have a place to live, I don't see why you're not getting food stamps. And I think you might be and not telling the truth. But what was I going to say? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Oh yeah, but anyway, yeah, so you were the one that was misbehaving at the extended stay, and they put you on the do not rent list, but you're blaming everyone else. How are your viewers have anything to do with that? Right? Nobody called up. You brought that all on yourself. Oh, and this is something I want to bring up, you losing your job. Let's talk about that for a second. So, because you really threw me off of what you said. So you were working at Sky Zone, and when you first said that you got that job, I was like, oh wow, okay, good. Maybe she's really trying to get her life together. You went and got the job at Sky Zone. You lost the job maybe after like 2 weeks, and you blamed everybody else. You blamed us viewers, saying how people called up that your viewers or your subscribers called up your job and gave them your YouTube information. Candy, yeah, I want to talk about that. I'm glad I remembered that. Before I end this video, yeah, let's talk about the Sky Zone job. You know who's the reason why you lost that job? You're the reason you lost that job. Okay? First of all, nobody called Sky Zone to say, oh, can't look at Candy grandpre's YouTube. First of all, if you're working at a job, not every job does it, but a lot of jobs will look you up online to find your social media to see like what kind of person you are. If you go into Google Candy grandpre and you type your name in, guess what? All your information comes up, okay? All of your books that you're writing, that you've posted on Amazon and everything, your Twitter account, as soon as you type in Candy grandpre into Google, which that's public knowledge, you have a channel named after yourself, so that's not a secret, and you work for these people. When you type that name into Google, all that comes up. Your Twitter comes up, all your social media, your GoFundMe information pops up, your the links to your books on Amazon all pop up. And guess what all of these things have in common that you do? You post all your information on your social media, on your information about your Amazon books, and on your GoFundMe. You post all your information and you post the links to all of your YouTube videos and all of that. So nobody called, okay? I don't want to mispronounce her name. Michaela K. Oh my God, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. The girl from Texas. She did not call. Star 15 didn't call. Your sister didn't call. I didn't call. Nobody called Sky Zone. All your information is online. You post the links to your videos on all of your social media platforms. And all they had to do was type your name in and look you up and find your videos. And normally a job won't look you up like that, like try to find your social media, unless they're kind of suspicious of something about you, you pretty much give yourself away. Before you got fired, did you remember that you made several videos talking cold shit about the people at your job and throwing them under the bus? Right? So you didn't even like that job. That's what I'm saying. You complain so much. If you have a job, you complain. If you don't have a job, you complain. But before you lost a job at Sky Zone, you posted several videos talking crazy shit about the people at your job. That's number one. Number two, you posted a video like literally a week after you started working saying that they made you the dedicated cleaner. So you went from being a party host and they moved you to janitorial. This was way before you got fired. Okay, I wonder why they did that. Okay, you were a party host where you had to interact with people. What was I going? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you were a party host where you had to interact with people. Again, you were not behaving at your job. You mentioned it yourself that you were getting into it with people, that people, a lot of the customers didn't like you, that you were trying to be really extra with enforcing rules, harassing people. So the customers, you were harassing the customers. So they were like, you know what? Having her on the main floor as a party host where she has to interact with people isn't going to be a good idea. That's exactly what happened. But they didn't want to fire you. That's why they decided to move you to the dedicated cleaner job. Plus, being that they know about the different issues that you have, they're more than likely going to get a tax write-off for having you work there. So that's why they said, well, let's let her stick around and we'll just let her do the dedicated cleaner job, which you should have been thankful for. But what did you do? You complained, right? You complained about it. Oh, I don't want that position. You were complaining about not getting enough hours as a party host. When they moved you to dedicated cleaner, you were actually getting more hours and opportunity, but you still complained about that. So like I said, I just brought that all up to say that you're the reason why you got fired. They already knew what you were up to. That's why they moved you to janitorial service, so you really wouldn't have to interact with too many people and you could just work independently, which you claim you prefer. You said you don't even like being around people. You said you like working by yourself. So why did the janitor? That's what I'm saying. You're putting on. I'm not even believing all that you're saying, because one minute you'll say, oh, I like being by myself. I like working by myself. I don't want to be around other people, or a lot of people. But then on the next hand, you're like, in the video you said, well, I didn't get to know people that well. I want to be around the families and the friends and nobody talks to me. So you speak out two sides of your mouth and you want to talk about me? No. And then, as far as you saying that you don't understand how everybody figured out that you worked at Sky Zone and you didn't say anything, you didn't have to say that you worked at Sky Zone. It was pretty easy to figure out if someone really wanted to know. First of all, you have filmed yourself at your job. Did you forget when you filmed yourself jumping on the trampoline? You filmed yourself jumping on the trampoline, and you got one of your coworkers to film you jumping on the trampoline. There's only one place in Pensacola, Florida, that has a trampoline activity, and that is Sky Zone. So you filmed the inside of the place, and filmed yourself jumping on the trampoline. So it really wasn't hard to figure out. And most Sky Zone, regardless of what city or state it is in, most of them look the same inside. So you pretty much gave it away. You didn't have to say that you worked at Sky Zone. People could just look at your videos and just make inferences and be like, oh, okay, that's where she works at. You kept talking about the trampolines. You filmed yourself on the trampoline. You filmed yourself, at the job. So that was basically it. But I'm going to wrap this up. But you need to really stop lying. You need to stop lying to people. You need to stop scamming. You need to stop throwing unnecessarily people under the bus. And you need to stop burning bridges. Okay, you've burned bridges with a lot of people. You're not a good friend to have, because anyone who's genuinely trying to be friends with you, genuinely trying to help you, you have burnt those bridges. Okay, your sister has tried to help you. She's given you money. She's actually let you stay with her. How many times? I mean, you're her twin sister, for Christ's sake. So why would she not help you? And you spin her face every time. David Jane. Did you remember David Jane? David Jane tried to help you so many times it's not even funny. And what'd you do? You crossed him. Everybody that has tried to help you and been nice to you, you have turned on them. Did you forget that you even said yourself that a lady was trying to Western Union money and she was having some kind of technical difficulty, and just because you didn't get the money fast enough like you wanted, you actually went and cussed her out? And then when the money came through, you sat there looking stupid and you had to go call a lady back to apologize to her. So that's what I'm just trying to say. You're not really a good person to do anything for, because, like I said, you don't know how to treat people and you use people. Once you get what you wanted to them, that's it. And you feel like everyone's supposed to be, that everyone is obligated to you to help you. You need to help yourself. And then you sit here talking about you only get back on Section 8. That is not an easy program to get on and off, like to get back on if you were already on and you walked away from it. So if you feel like you're going to try to get back on, I mean, I hope it works out for you, because I don't want to see nobody on the street. But at the same time, you walked away from it for no real good reason. So I don't know how willing they're going to be to let you get back on the program. So, but like I say, you mess up a lot of your own opportunities, and then you want to turn around and complain. And like your sister said, when you had Section 8, you willingly walked away from it because you want to be on the street, because I feel like you're an attention whore. You like the attention that you get from being out in the street and going through all this. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. But that was basically it. That's all I really want to touch on for now. I think there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. And this video has already gone on way longer than I wanted it to. But yeah, I mean, that was about it. But yeah, you need to stop burning bridges, because you're going to find yourself staying alone and nobody's going to want to help you with anything. So, but like I say, I don't care, you mentioning me in the video, because nobody was being two-faced. I just was, basically correcting her the way I was corrected you in this video. But anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. Like I say, I'm gonna post this video on my main channel. The people that I really need to see this video are subscribed to my other channel, the Veggie Just channel. So if I can, I'm gonna try to post it over there as well. But I have a feeling I'm probably going to just post it here, and I'll just send you guys the link. The people that, I mean, I don't care who watches the video, but I want to make sure that the folks that are subscribed to me on the other channel for these videos will see this as well. All right. Well, anyway, good night, you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.